Welcome to the Coastal Kitchen. I'm Karen Mishures, and today we're having a taste of Texas. We're saying goodbye to the summer with a hot dog fun day. First thing we're going to do is make some spicy Texas beans, and we're going to grill our hot dogs here in the kitchen, toast our buns. We're going to make potato wedges, and we are going to have some different kind of s'mores for you. So let's get started. Okay, first thing we're going to do with our beans is get this pot on medium, and I'm going to take 8 slices of bacon, and we are going to cook this bacon till it gets nice and crispy. Okay, we're going to let these cook a minute. They're starting to sizzle. We want them to get nice and crispy because these pieces of bacon can either be used as a topping or you can leave them right in the beans. Okay, my bacon's nice and crispy, guys. Let me grab a plate here, and I'm just going to put this on to drain. And as I was saying earlier, there are actually 2 ways you can do these beans. And one way is in the pot and then in the oven. And then you also can use a casserole dish. Make your beans in a casserole dish and just put the crumbled bacon on top. You can even do it a little bit of way you like it by adding some cheese. But today I'm going to do it in the pot. Okay, everything's off, and let me grab this. I'm going to grab a jar because I am going to save my bacon grease. And I definitely don't want it, not this much in my beans, but all that lovely residue will make it tasty. Okay. Now it's time for some beans. And I'm just going to take that little bit out there. Okay. Some dark red kidney beans. Some white kidney beans. Some pinto beans. Some light red kidney beans. I've got black beans, good old Mexican black beans. We made a cake out of black beans not too long ago. And I've got some regular pork and beans. This is so simple, so good. I'm going to give this a nice little stir. Look at the colors. That in itself makes it appealing. Okay, now we're going to turn this back on. I'm going to turn it on medium. Now I'm going to throw in some white sugar, just regular granulated sugar, brown sugar. And let's get that all stirred around in there. One more thing, 1 medium to large onion. Right in and give it a stir. We're going to bring this up to a boil. And as soon as it gets to that point, I'm going to add some spicy things in there. chickens are bubbling. So now it's time to add a few other things. I have got one of my favorite barbecue sauces, and I've got half a cup of barbecue sauce in this container and half a cup of ketchup. Let's see if I can get it all out with this. And then we're going to put another cup of barbecue sauce in, and I'm just going to eyeball this one, because it's going to take about all of it. That barbecue flavor's coming through. Let's put just a hair more in here. Okay, now I'm going to put about a tablespoon of just good old prepared yellow mustard. Let's get that in. If you're doing over this campfire, it would be really fun. Take a look at the richness of the color now. Okay, a couple more things. Some cayenne pepper, and I want a pinch, just a pinch. So let's put a little pinch in there. And now some cumin. Cumin is really a southwestern type flavor. You find that in most of your Tex-Mex and Mexican flavors. Okay. Okay, these are going to cook on the stove for about 15 minutes. Then we're going to pop them into a 350-degree oven, let them bake a little bit. Before I put them in the oven, I'm going to crumble my bacon on top. So let's have a word from our sponsors. I'm going to clean up a bit, and we'll be right back.
When you start with local produce, add some homegrown Carolina pride, and mix it all with a commitment to family, you get more than a locally based grocery store. You get the taste of home. Lowe's Foods. Lowe's Foods, proud sponsor of the Coastal Kitchen and ATM CTV.
Welcome back. It's time for potato wedges with a kick. And what I'm doing is I've washed my potatoes, and the way I cut my wedges is I take my first slice on my right side, since I'm right-handed. Then I turn the potato over and I can see exactly where I need to go for my other side slice, and then I just cut the other one down the middle, ready to go. This gives you a nice size wedge. You don't want them too thin because you don't want them to be like potato chips. Okay, there we go. Now, real easy, about 2 tablespoons of olive oil. I've got some dill. Just throw that right on top. I've got some paprika, cayenne pepper, and this is the kick part of it. Little bit of garlic, good old garlic powder, and I've got some parsley. Want to give it that green. Okay, now just throw the potatoes right on top. And with that many, I'm just going to mix this mixture around. Next batch coming. This is quite enough potatoes for this pan because you want them to each be single layered. Okay. Just give them a good rub with it. Might need just a touch more oil. Just drizzle some around. And you know, if you like them a little hotter, or you like some kind of special flavor on your potatoes, add it to it. Make it your own. Okay, looks like we are just about ready. And I'm gonna do one more little thing before I put them in my oven. Let's get these hands washed. Okay, let's grab some salt and pepper. I'm just going to put a little bit on because we do this to taste afterwards. This is great to serve with ranch dressing if you'd like, or anything that makes potatoes a happy place for you. All right, in the oven, 450 degrees. It's going to stay in there about 25 to 35 minutes, depending on how crispy you want them. All right, we've got another thing to do before we go to our s'mores. This kind of meal, it's indicative of having a cold beer on a hot afternoon. And what I've got is a little twist on that, because I don't like the full strength of beer. And what I do is I make a shandy. Shandy's real easy, just a light type beer and some 7-Up. And I see some people sticking their noses up right now, but this is really refreshing on a hot summer day. Just half and half. Nice and light and super tasty. Little sweet, little tart. We will be back in just a moment to make our s'mores, put our hot dogs on the grill, and get everything all together. See you in a few.
The Coastal Kitchen would like to say thank you to our sponsors at Holden Brothers Farm Market in Charlotte for supplying the fresh produce on this week's show. Swing by their indoor market located near mile marker 10 on Highway 17, or check them out online at holdenbrothersfarmmarket.com.
Welcome back. It's time to flip our potatoes, and boy do they smell good. Let's just do these. After we get all these turned, we can leave them in for another 10 to 20 minutes. Depends how you like them. If you like them nice and crispy, just let them rip for 20 minutes. If you like them a little bit on the side of a baked potato, you can take them out a little sooner. Okay, looks good, and we're ready to go to some hot dogs. Okay. My grill's ready. Let me grab another set of tongs here. And we're going to put these hot dogs right on the grill. You want hot dogs to cook to about 160 degrees internally. They've actually been cooked or pre-cooked, and takes about 7 minutes, 8 minutes, depends how hot your fire is. Okay, While those are going, I'm going to come over to my buns. Now, you can use the regular store-bought hot dog buns if you'd like, but I like to use something just a little bit different. And these buns I did get at Lowe's Foods, who is one of our sponsors. They do some great things in their bakery. So if you want something extra special, go see them. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to arrange these on my pan. And with hot dogs, you can steam them, you can leave them as they are, you can put them under the broiler. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them under the broiler. As soon as I take my beans out, which is going to be in just about 2 minutes, let's get this one. We'll put these under the broiler and just toast them up a little bit. And I'm going to put just a touch of butter on here. Just a little slather. Okay, finishing up with these. Let me get them right over here ready to go in. I'm going to turn my hot dogs around here. That's the way my husband likes them. Nice and done. This is the way I like them on this end. I'm going to move these down just a touch, because the fire on the back side a little bit hotter than the fire on the hot side. Let's turn this on too. Okay, got the fan on. Let's get our beans out of the oven. Everything's coming together. Flip this over to broil and pop these right in. Okay, hot dog's done. Hot dogs are done. Now it's time for me to show you how to make these special s'mores that I've got. Got a lovely little pan here that make just enough. Just break the crackers in half. And I think we'll make about 8. Okay, now this is real easy. And I've got to keep checking on those hot dog buns, so I'll do one of these real fast and take a quick look. Make an X with a sharp knife in the marshmallow. Now, if you do these outside over the fire, that'll be fun, we'll use skewers. And if you use wooden skewers, make sure you soak them beforehand. But we're going to do these in the oven. And all I'm going to do is take my Rolo and I'm going to press it down into my marshmallow and just pull it up so it's peeking out the top. Put it right on the cracker and let me check my bread real fast. Don't want it to burn. Ooh, nice and toasty. Perfect. Okay. Now, let me back this up to about 350 because we're going to use that same oven to do our s'mores. Just cut about 3/4 of the way in. All right, nearly done. One more. Now if you put this on a skewer, make sure you've got the chocolate towards you. And sometimes you just want to have a little something different. And the chocolate, marshmallow, and caramel as it melts, oh, phenomenal. Okay, these are gonna go right in. Whoops, little bit of a move there. 3 minutes. And what we're gonna do is take a break, bring everything together, and we'll take the s'mores out as soon as we come back.
When you start with local produce, add some homegrown Carolina pride, and mix it all with a commitment to family, you get more than a locally based grocery store. You get the taste of home. Lowe's Foods. Lowe's Foods, proud sponsor of the Coastal Kitchen and ATM CTV.
Welcome back. It's almost time to eat here and we're experiencing a taste of Texas. I've got my s'mores out of the oven. Had to make some more because I had a couple of extras come in. But just push that right on top. And let's get those on my plate. You know, these potatoes are exactly the way that I love them. They are crunchy on the outside, soft on the inside, and you can just see when you break them open how lovely they look. It's time to take a bite. Now these do have a kick. This is an all-day affair. I could sit here and eat them all day. Now with your hot dogs, what you really should do is experiment with all the flavors that you think make a hot dog perfect. We're going to try one right now. I'm going to grab me a hot dog in the bun. And I'm going to use some of these Texas beans. I got this cute little thing that will drain some of those out. Beans on the hot dog. How about some onions? And you know what? I know my grandkids absolutely love cheese, so I'm going to put some cheese on too. Those hot beans will start to melt that cheese in just a second. All right. Tasty looking. Let's try something else while we've got that sitting. How about mustard? Good, nice slather of mustard. Sauerkraut that's been heated. And just a touch of onion. Got to have a little onion on hot dog. Let's try Another, just a touch of beans in the juice. Now remember, this bean dish, it's really terrific to use as a side dish. You could actually put some hamburger meat in there all fried up, make it into a chili. Let's try this. I've got to get me a napkin because I know this is going to be messy, messy, messy. Before I get something in my mouth though, I want to show you something that I found in Calabash. You can get this online. It's actually salt made at Ocean Isle Beach. They actually harvest it from the water and then take all of the water away. You can find it at beachdreamsart.com. So look for that. Terrific sea salt. And I'm going to take a pinch of that and put on those potatoes. Okay, here we go. This is better than a ball game hot dog. Now, if you look for us on Facebook, just search for the Coastal Kitchen. You'll find all these recipes and more. Got a great one that we're putting on there for Texas sheet cake. Absolutely terrific. I'm going to have a little sip, a toast to Texas, and I hope you all have a wonderful end of the summer. See us again at the Coastal Kitchen.
The Coastal Kitchen would like to say thank you to our sponsors at Holden Brothers Farm Market in Shallotte for supplying the fresh produce on this week's show. Swing by their indoor market located near mile marker 10 on Highway 17 or check them out online at holdenbrothersfarmmarket.com.
When you start with local produce, add some homegrown Carolina pride, and mix it all with a commitment to family, you get more than a locally based grocery store. You get the taste of home. Lowe's Foods. Lowe's Foods, proud sponsor of the Coastal Kitchen and ATMC TV.
We are ATMC TV, Channel 3 and HD Channel 910, your community channel.
ATMC TV works hard to bring you the best in local programming for Brunswick and Columbus counties. Our goal is to provide local programming that is interesting, informative, and entertaining to the residents of our area. ATMC TV also offers all their information at atmctv.com. Find out when your favorite shows are airing, watch current ATMC TV episodes, check the local bulletins, or even submit a public service announcement about your organization. Be sure to check us out on the web at atmctv.com.
My granddaddy is the best granddaddy ever.
Where does he work?
AMC Wireless.